Approaches, a lot of us are thinking about getting in shape, and that can be a challenge during any season, but especially in summer. Here to tell us about some of those summer health challenges, Dr. Walter Medlin from the Salt Lake Regional Medical Center and LDS Hospital. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
So, everybody wants to get in shape. You keep hearing about the beach body or getting your summer body back so you can do all those fun outdoor activities. Why is the summertime such a challenge?
I think part of the reason that people shoot for peak fitness during the summer is because of heat and less clothing, and weight definitely shows off more in the summer. People think about going to water, and obviously, especially those of us who grew up heavy, time in a bathing suit is probably some of our most stressful time.
Yeah.
And so we do want to not stand out. And I think that's great as long as people have reasonable expectations about what they can achieve and shoot for a modest weight loss and modest fitness, and not go out and overdo it, either in terms of starving or in terms of boot camp type fitness when you're not ready for that. That's something that really most people my age can't even build up to. It's better just to keep reasonable. You
want people to continue eating, so that's not a good option, as you mentioned. The boot camp, when they're yelling at you to go running, that just makes me shut down. I can't handle it.
It's great for some people,
yeah.
But yeah, for a lot of folks, they end up with a shoulder injury, or they end up with
exactly
worse than where they started,
or discouraged even.
Exactly.
Even discouraged. Okay, so how can people start day one if they keep saying to themselves, "I'm going to get back in shape. I'm going to lose this baby weight"? How do you do step one?
Step one is make that commitment to move every day and not worry about the number of minutes, or there's a lot. I always say there's toxic should. When people say, "Oh, I should have done 45 minutes instead of 20. I should have gone faster, or I should be doing this in a different way." Start where you are. That's a great old Arthur Ashe quote of, start where you are and do what you can with what you have, and don't worry about tomorrow. Just do today. For me, it's putting on my exercise socks every day. I like to make that little commitment in the morning of those are going to get used. I'm not going to, and it may not be what I hoped to do, but it's going to be something.
And you struggled with this yourself, being overweight, so
yes,
you know exactly what your patients are going through. Tell us a little bit about your surgery, your story, and the surgery that you had.
So briefly, I would say I share a lot of, we all share a lot of similarities, but we're not all the same, so I don't want people to think I know their exact struggles. I have my own lucky parts as well, but I struggled from being from a young age, and I had sleeve gastrectomy myself, an operation that helped my satiety and helped me maintain now a lower weight for 7 years. It is an incurable disease, and I am treated, not cured. So it's still an ongoing thing in my life as well, but I'm no longer living that diet where you're just trying to grit it out through sheer willpower. Right. I have a tool that I can use, and that helps me be healthy.
And this is almost shrinking the stomach. This isn't a band that goes on it.
Correct.
This is something that can help a select group of people if they fit the criteria.
Right, and the criteria, though, are more generous than people think. Most of us, when we think about heavy folks, think about the biggest person we know, but a lot of women who are under 5'6", even over 200 pounds, they can qualify for surgery medically. Now, that doesn't mean everybody wants an operation, and that's where we hope some of the newer technologies that are a little less invasive, they may not be as durable, but they're also less of a barrier for people to get. We're hoping to hear from the FDA in the next few weeks about the intragastric balloon, which is going to be really exciting.
And you're taking a look at that with sleeve gastrectomy that we were just taking a look at. So the stomach went like this and kind of slimmed down a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. We actually do remove. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt.
No, go ahead.
We do remove part of the stomach, so that part of my stomach is never coming back.
Yeah.
So that's irreversible. But the balloon is a removable device. But sleeve is a really great thing, and it has very few side effects and very few long-term risks that we worry about.
Well, you just heard it from Dr. Medlin. You can try it the healthy way. If you can't shed those pounds, there are some other treatment options that are available for you. We'll put those details on our website at goodforutah.com, and you can check out the link at Salt Lake Regional.
The surgery way is still the healthy way, too.
It's the healthy way,
living.
absolutely. Excuse me. Yes, it's the healthy way. It's just a different option for you. Dr. Medlin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Nadia.